Hi, everyone, and welcome to 2 Minute Tuesdays with W-L Alfalfa. I'm Jerry Gano. Most hay producers push their production fields to achieve the highest yield possible, including cutting the last cutting well into the fall. There are some things to consider as we push our stands for this extra yield. Number one, the building up of carbohydrates into the root of the alfalfa plant is essential to the plant health going through winter. Carbohydrates delivered to the alfalfa root occurs at the highest rates when the plant has reached the reproductive stage of growth. At some point in the later season harvest, the field should be allowed to go to near full bloom to build the carbohydrates in the root reserves. If this has not happened for this year, then allow the field to grow until a dormant freeze has occurred. This will contribute to the health of the plant going through the winter. The fall of 2019 and spring of 2020 gave us a good lesson in this as a early dormant freeze occurred in early October and cold dry conditions existed throughout the spring. Fields with depleted root reserves were deprived of yield in both the first and the second cuttings. In the central and southern regions of the United States, the alfalfa can be harvested after the freeze. In northern regions, the remaining crop is used as a winter protection against extreme cold. If there are weeds present, now is the opportunity to control them before they set viable seed. If allowed to set seed, the field is populated for next year, just compounding weed pressure. Control weeds as soon as you see them appear. Number three, drying conditions are compounded by shortened daylight and heavy night dews for the last cutting of the season. Spread the windrow out as wide as possible to aid in drying the alfalfa. In some areas, haylage or baleage may be an option for the last cutting. Number four, in some cases it may make sense to harvest the last cutting by grazing the alfalfa field. Be certain to offer a bloat protection and turn animals out well fed and not overly hungry. Be certain to pull the livestock off immediately, just before or right after a rainfall event. This keeps the field from being tracked up and also helps to prevent bloat in livestock. The investment of good management of the last cutting of the year will contribute to the longevity of the alfalfa stand. W-L alfalfas provide numerous varieties that will perform admirably in last cutting management. These varieties have excellent winter hardiness and can withstand the rigors of late season harvest. Plant W-L alfalfa varieties for persistence and performance under late season harvest management.